This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this StockBox interview.
Well, today I'm joined by Mark Luchinski, Chief Executive of Earthwise Minerals. Mark, it's great to have you back on. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me back.
Pleasure. So it's an exciting time for the company with a drill program now announced at your Iron Range gold project in British Columbia. Before we get into the detail of the drilling, for viewers who may not be fully across the asset, can you give us a quick recap of Iron Range and the work that's brought you up to this point?
Well, we're very lucky to get the Iron Range project from Eagle Plains. We have an option to earn up to 80%. And historically, they've done $8 million worth of work on the property. They've drilled approximately 21,000 meters. And, there's over 10,000 grab samples on the project. So if you look at it, it's quite de-risked to a certain extent, especially for a company like ours to get our hands on such a great property.
Absolutely, yeah. So drilling is targeting the Talon Zone, which you've described as the most advanced gold target. And as you alluded to there, there's been some historically, there's been some impressive intercepts. So what exactly is this 1,000 meter program designed to test? Are you focused primarily on continuity within that zone, or are you looking to extend mineralization along strike and at depth?
Well, the Talon Zone is one of three zones of importance on this project. It's quite a very, very large project. There's a fault zone that extends about 32 kilometers through the heart of the property. The Talon Zone has a historical, what we call the discovery hole. It's a 56.5 meters of 1.9 grams per ton gold. And within that, you've got your silver, lead, and zinc as well. So we like to call it, a golden Sullivan because it's in the same rock of the Sullivan mine. It's in the Aldrich Formation, and which is silver, lead, zinc. And because of the fault lines, there's events that have occurred and that brought gold up in through it. So what we're looking to do is extend the discovery hole. Steps about 25, 50 meters. We'll see what the geologists get back to us on that are. And we're keen to get to drilling in May.
Definitely. So, when we talk about success at this stage, what would that look like? What are you hoping to see come back?
Well, if we could repeat that discovery hole, that would be exceptional. Anything like that, is what we're looking for, 1.9 grams per ton over that meterage. Companies are doing resource estimates with 0.3 grams per ton gold. So 1.9 grams per ton gold is quite significant. We're looking to do 3 holes and slightly extend that system. And then if we get success there, we'll be back to the market to continue to drill, maybe even in the summer, who knows? But first things first, we got to get these 3 holes done, and then we'll see where we end up.
Great. Yeah, no, I was going to ask you what the next steps are. So obviously it's dependent on results, but if you do extend that hole, it's more drilling, and I'm guessing alongside that some exploration to kind of build up your understanding of the model at this project.
Yeah, that's right. In this area, there is IP that's been done, and we can extend that IP. It's the IP that led to the initial drilling at the Talon Zone, which is only 2 kilometers away from the rail. The main features of this project, I would say, are the accessibility. If we find something, we can get it to market quite easily. Like I said, 2 kilometers away from the rail, there's a highway system and a large network of roads throughout the project.
Great. So drilling is scheduled to begin in May. What sort of timeline should investors expect for work to complete and then perhaps for assays to be returned?
Well, we're going to have a pretty exciting summer. I think, here in Canada, it's quite a exceptionally busy exploration season. A lot of drillers are working, the labs are maxed. So I think, generally speaking, we're hearing 8 weeks to get results back from the lab. So, we'll do the 3 holes, and you have a look at the core and you get it off to lab. So maybe, a couple of months after May, we're looking at our results, and hopefully we can turn around and maybe get into some IP to expand the IP to the south of the Talon Zone, which appears to be promising. There's also a lot of historical grab samples in that area that have indicator qualities that would indicate there's gold in the area as well. So arsenic is one of those values. They're quite high. So it's a pathfinder mineral for gold. So we're hoping that that leads us to more gold. So we have a lot of questions answered, but we could always do more exploration down in that area. If the drilling leads us to continue in that area, that's fantastic. There's also the O-ray zone. We can investigate further up the fault line, which has come back at 7 meters at 56 grams per ton gold. So there's some really good numbers throughout the project. So we're quite hopeful to keep exploring the 3 main target zones on the project.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've got a lot there to keep you busy with 3 main target zones. I guess the work you're doing now is just the start of what could be a much larger work program over the longer term.
Yeah, we're very hopeful of that. And we couldn't be more excited to get to drilling. It's been a bit of a process to get here, but, we have Andy Randall on our team now as an advisor. And he was the fellow that brought the project to my attention. And he mentioned that, I know a lot of good projects in BC, but this one, we can get it to market. If we have a discovery, there's no problem getting it to market. Trail Smelter is just down the road, metaphorically speaking, 100 kilometers away. So not too far. And so we like to say it's a very de-risk exploration project, and we're quite lucky to have it. We have a fairly low share cap, and the market has been responding well recently to what we've been doing. So we're very pleased. Yeah.
And finally, kind of continuing that point, I believe you're heading out to PDAC at the start of next month. What are your expectations for the event? Everyone I've been talking to has been saying there's a real buzz around the conferences this year, so it seems like a great time to get out there and share the story.
Yeah, I hope so. VRIC was exceptional this year, and the Metals Investment Forum was also exceptional. I haven't seen that many people at a resource show in many years. So I'm hopeful PDAC will keep that momentum going, and we have a lot of meetings set up. I'm really excited about PDAC this year. We're booked solid basically, and before lunch, if you got time, send me a text. My number's out there, and maybe we can meet on the floor. But I have meetings at lunch and after in the evening. So we have a lot of very high net worth introductions that are going to be made there. So we're hopeful that we continue to create the awareness to the project, and that's really what was slow for us in the early days, was getting the word out there. And now we've have gotten some traction. Like I said, you can see WISE, check it out online, and you can see the increased attention to it, and we're hoping to grow off of that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what this round of work returns and catching up again to discuss the results. For now, though, thanks again, Mark, for your time today.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You take care.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.